Hey, welcome back to my channel. Today I want to talk about depression and medication. Now, definitely this is the first thing I'm going to say about it is that this is definitely not the end all be all to solving your problems. And I don't want to be very optimistic about my situation, but I have felt so much better and so much more positive in the last couple of days since I've changed my dosage on my medication. And it's pretty amazing. I'm going like the other day. I would never do this. I would do it to some extent, but so for instance, I have a day off that my nanny comes and takes care of my boys, but then I try to get housework done or I get stuff done. The I had some drive in me, and so like if I would try to get things done. When I was on the lowest dose, I'd like put it off to the end of the day, and then I'd be rushing around trying to get stuff done, and it frustrated me, and it frustrated my wife. And then when I would get on a little bit higher of a dosage, it really didn't change that much. And I would still wait for the last minute to do things. But it's weird being on this dosage, and I really want to talk to my therapist about it because I feel amazing and I feel very optimistic. Literally, I've tried to start a YouTube channel probably 3 or 4 times in my life, and it's been 2 days of me, you know, trying to do it, and then I'm just like, no, I'm not going to do it anymore, or I just don't have the passion or the will to try to do it. So, what I would heavily recommend is I always talk about putting these pieces together, and one of the things that I would highly recommend is to think about medication. If it's not for you, then it's not for you. But look into adding more things to try to help your depression out. Another cause of my depression, is my weight. So I'm a big guy. I know that because I'm not moving around as much, and I'm kind of lucky of where I'm at, especially with my weight, because I've like plateaued right here. I've never gotten bigger than this, and I've never lost a lot of weight. So I've always been kind of staying around the same one. But anything that you can think that can help your depression, you know. Um, like I said before, I follow a guy named Gary Vaynerchuk, and he owns like 5 different companies, and he does a podcast, and he talks about, a lot of people say they don't know what their passion is. Well, then I ask him, well, what have you tried? And they'll say, well, I've done A, B, and C. And he goes, well, what about D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, and so on. He's like, what do you mean? He's like, well, you haven't tried much. You need to go out and try different things to see what you like and see what you're passionate about. And, I think it's something that does help depression out, but if you don't have the right puzzle pieces together, it's really not going to make that big of a difference if you're trying just one thing. So definitely, I can honestly say that medication is a big help for me. And, um, it's just one of those things that you have to find out on your own and listen to people. I know it's so hard to listen to people, and you want to be able to control your own life, but you got to realize that there are things that you can't honestly do to be able to help yourself. And there's sometimes where people can give you that nudge, but in the end, you really got to do it yourself. And it's so rewarding when you start feeling better. You start getting out of this ether, and it's weird because it's not like it's just smoke that's in front of you or something like that. It's just the way that your mentality changes and the way you think. So there's things that I'm noticing about myself. I'm more focused. I'm more willing to do what I need to do and being happy about it instead of doing what I need to do and be miserable doing it. So look at adding this to you to your puzzle and seeing if this piece fits in. And if it doesn't, then we got to try something out. We got to keep trying things. And that was my biggest thing, is I thought one thing would be the fix all, and it wasn't. And it won't be. It's going to be taking time and going each day and making those changes. And when you're in depression, it's hard to say, I'm going to take tomorrow like today, because you don't know what's going to be like. You really don't know what's going to be like. It's going to be a totally different ball game. You could be, on a high one day and you're down in the dumps the other day and you don't want to do anything. And that's why I've always complained about inconsistency. So, thanks for stopping by. I hope you have a better day and keep rolling with me on my journey. And I really wanted to make it about the journey and not the destination. Because if I can't be able to say, these are the points in my life where I made a turnaround and I'm there, I was like, well, how did I get there? So I want to be able to document and follow those steps and not take any more shortcuts. And I hope you don't either. So you guys have a great day, and I'll see you next time.